On August 24th of 2003, one of the greatest and most influential races took place at the World Track and Field Championships in Paris, France. In the finals of the 10,000 meters, a 21-year-old Quennenisa took to the track to battle against the legendary Haile Gebrselassie. Although they both hailed from Ethiopia, this was the first time these two had ever raced in a championship event, and with both men running unbelievable times building up to these championships, the stage was set for greatness. This was truly a special moment for running, not just because the race featured two of the greatest runners to ever compete, but because this performance set a record that to this day has never been touched. In fact, it's difficult to imagine that anyone will ever duplicate what these two distance running legends accomplished. Building up to these finals, Gebrselassie was almost unbeatable in the 10,000 meters. Plus, he was already a two-time Olympic champion in this event, winning golds in the 1996 Olympics and again in the year 2000. In tandem with his 10K accomplishments, he also had broken a total of 16 world records up to this point, a feat that clearly demonstrated his wide-reaching capabilities as an athlete. For many, he was without question the greatest distance runner on the planet. However, there was a new face that was quickly emerging in the track and field world, and many saw this new young talent as the one athlete who could potentially challenge Gebrselassie supremacy in distance running. Just 1 year earlier, Bekele, who was still only 19 years old at the time, became the first male runner to ever win both the long course and the short course in the same World Cross Country Championships. This achievement shattered all expectations for cross-country running, but what really threw Bekele into the realm of greatness was when he did it again in 2003, this time a mere 5 months before he went to battle against his fellow teammate in the 10,000. With such an elite profile growing at an incredibly fast rate, everyone was ready to see what would happen at the World Championships. And let me be the first to say, this race truly lived up to the hype. In the beginning of the men's 10,000 meter finals, the pace was relatively relaxed, not too slow, but certainly not super fast. Through the first 3,000 meters, the field passed through in 8 minutes and 24 seconds, a time that was respectable for the opening stages of a 10K. However, it was apparent that the entire field could run much quicker. Through the first 5,000, Bekele, who was now leading the race, split a time of 13 minutes and 52 seconds. But immediately after crossing the halfway point, everything changed. In a long but steady attempt to break the rest of the field, both Bekele and Gebrselassie rapidly increased the pace, and over the next 12.5 laps, they exchanged the lead multiple times while maintaining an incredibly quick speed. Through the 8,000 meter mark, they split a time of 21 minutes and 42 seconds, which definitely represents a strong increase in pace. But as the finish line got closer and closer, both runners only continued to accelerate. At this point, both runners were completely alone up front, and after a brutally fast final mile, capped off with a devastating finishing kick, the young Quennenisa Bekele had officially won his first ever World Championship gold medal. This was certainly a fantastic win, but what is often overlooked is just how revolutionary this race really was. This was not just the passing of the torch from one Ethiopian to another. This was one of the greatest clashes in track and field history, with both runners achieving one special feat that might never be duplicated. So what exactly did these two runners accomplish that made this race so unforgettable? After passing through the halfway mark, both runners maintained a pace for the record books, and over the final lap, both runners ran well under 60 seconds, with Bekele running around 55 seconds and Haile running around 56. This amazing second half completely destroyed the competition, and while a 26:49 and a 26:50 are certainly world-class times for the 10,000, what really made this race special was the fact that both runners ran their second half in under 13 minutes, with Bekele running a 12:57.2 and Gebrselassie running a 12:58.8. This second 5,000 meters is actually faster than the current Olympic record for the 5,000, which stands at 12 minutes 57.82 seconds. And coincidentally, this time was set by Quennenisa Bekele back in 2008. This time is also faster than every single